Well, tonight, President Biden says that he wants to crack down on those taking billions in fraudulent PPP loans.
2 defendants are currently facing charges of allegedly taking $1.7 million fraudulently in PPP loans.
Well, today, Mobile resident Tiffany Milner pleading guilty to wire fraud and business administration fraud. She admitted to falsely claiming income of more than $91,000.
Baker treated the Paycheck Protection Program kind of like a personal piggy bank. He created his own fake business.
Whoa, the White House and President Biden are cracking down hard on PPP loan fraud and anyone else who abused small business relief funding. Because earlier this month, a new law was passed that gives prosecutors 10 years to investigate and charge anyone who misused the Paycheck Protection Program or PPP loans or the Economic Injury Disaster Loans or EDIL loans. 10 years to investigate, and President Biden isn't playing any games, stating that the American people deserve to know their tax dollars are being spent as intended. And my message to those cheats is that you can't hide. We're going to find you and we're going to make you pay back the money you stole. So yeah, they're serious. In fact, after the announcement, some people have already started to plead guilty, like a lady in Mobile, Alabama, who admits to stealing $91,000 for a side catering and decorating business. And the business was legit, but she admitted that she actually didn't earn that much and she overstated her revenue. And now she could end up facing 8 to 14 months in prison. But if this is her first time offense, she could get lucky with just some community service and parole. Now, 2 questions for you. Number 1, do you feel bad about these people who are getting arrested? And number 2, why do you think the White House and the IRS are starting to crack down now? I'm really curious what the world thinks, so tell me down in the comment section below. Now, before I give you my personal thoughts, let me briefly introduce myself. Hey there, I'm Sean with Life Accounting, the accounting company that helps you save on taxes and build more wealth. Hey, if you get any value from this video, please do me a favor and click the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because I already know there's definitely going to be people who are upset when they hear this news, so your support would greatly be appreciated. Also, if you've been watching me for a while, I want you to know that I have a new personal YouTube channel where I talk strictly about business. So if you want more videos specifically from me, make sure you check out my new channel down in the description below. All right, let's get into my personal thoughts about all of this. So, of course, inflation in the United States has been out of control, with food, gas, and housing expenses blowing up. In fact, the SBA published a report stating that there's an estimated $78.1 billion in fraudulent loans and grants that were issued to ineligible entities. And this looks really, really bad on the current administration. So they have to slow down inflation if they want to get reelected. Well, if you're going to do that, then you need to start sucking money out of the economy, right? That means taking back all of this free money that you allowed just about anyone with a good enough story to get access to, because not only are they going after people who committed PPP fraud or EDIL loan fraud, but they're also increasing the amount of IRS audits in order to, recover money from people who did not correctly file their taxes. In fact, some people warned that the IRS wants to hire 87,000 new agents in order to audit more people. That kind of sounds like good news, because we know there's been massive tax refund delays, but also bad news because, well, who wants to get audited, right? Anyway, the point is, now is not the time to be playing around with the IRS and all these loan programs. For example, another woman who actually worked as a correction officer at a US penitentiary has recently been charged with PPP fraud of nearly $40,000 for a business she completely made up. You would think a corrections officer who deals with criminals every day would have enough sense to not commit fraud. This just goes to show you how easily people thought they could get away with the free money the government was printing. So, do I feel bad? Well, not really, because there were many legit small business owners who went completely out of business. When the economy shut down, it was a scary moment for a lot of entrepreneurs. I personally saw a slowdown in both of my companies, and we were one of those companies who legitimately and desperately needed the PPP loan. And I remember there were 2 rounds where you could get funding, and I believe they split it up into 2-week increments. Okay, the first round blew by fast and they ran out of funding within like 1 week, and I don't think my application even got looked at. And I actually started getting nervous about if we could get the funding. And I remember almost every day I was calling the lender to ask, hey, has anyone reviewed my application yet? No. Well, can you at least give me a status update? And almost every time they couldn't give me any more information. But once we changed lenders, thankfully, we were able to get approved quickly and actually got access to the money that we needed to maintain payroll right before the PPP funding ran out. And I remember feeling so relieved, but then after making some videos and reading people's tweets, I immediately felt bad for all those people, all those legitimate companies who didn't get the funding in time and they had to close down their business. Then you start hearing about stories about people who committed fraud, and your sadness turns into anger because they stole money from hardworking small business owners who actually needed it. So do I feel bad? Absolutely not. Especially when you hear about what people did with the money, like Mustafa, who used the PPP money to buy 3 cars and 6 figures worth of jewelry. It's ridiculous. And some people are calling this the biggest fraud in a generation. And I kind of agree, but I will say it's partially the government's fault for allowing all this fraud to happen in the first place. But maybe you have a different perspective. Remember, tell me down in the comment section below exactly what you think. All right, coming up next, I have 2 more videos for small business owners on my personal channel, so check those out if you haven't already, and I'll see you over there.